There is millions and millions of places in the world. We are going to see top 10 deadliest places. Without wasting time, let's get started. Number 10. The Death Road. North Youngas Road is known as Death Road for all of the reasons you'd guess. Driving up or down this 43 miles or 69 kilometers, switchback is extremely perilous due to fog, landslides, cascades, and cliffs that drop 2,000 feet, 610 meters, at every turn. The road seldom gets any wider than 10 feet, 3 meters, and many crosses stand as memorials to those who have perished there. Nearly 300 drivers were killed here every year until 1994. It's no wonder it got the nickname. The road connects Bolivia's capital, La Paz, to the town of Coroico. From La Paz, Youngas Road climbs to around 15,260 feet, 4,650 meters, before moderately rising to 3,900 feet, 1,190 meters. Surrounded by mountainous terrain, the road stretches far enough to connect the Amazon rainforest to the capital city. This means it was not uncommon for merchants to squeeze into trucks and buses to try to sell their wood and crops in town. Until 2006, North Youngas Road was the only option for traveling from Coroico to La Paz. The road was no wider than one lane and was used by any vehicles willing to make the trip. Finally, in 2009, the government constructed a new road by a mountain range close by. Number 9. Snake Island. Ilha da Aquamata Grande, also known as Snake Island, is an island off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean. The island is small in size, only 43 hectares, 106 acres, and has a temperate climate. The island's terrain varies considerably, ranging from bare rock to rainforest. The island was the only home of the critically endangered venomous golden lancehead pit viper, which has a diet of birds. The snakes became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered up the land that connected it to the mainland. The ensuing selection pressure allowed the snakes to adapt to their new environment, increasing rapidly in population and rendering the island dangerous to public visitation. Number 8. Lake Natron. Most acidic regions on Earth, the calcifies creatures into stones. Indeed, it's genuine. The profoundly intelligent and synthetically thick waters of Lake Natron appear to be a glass entryway that hoodwinks floating birds thinking they are flying over an unfilled space. The second they land on the lake, their body erodes in practically no time. A couple of years back, a helicopter pilot became prey to similar hallucination, and his helicopter smashed and was quickly eroded by the antacid water of the destructive lake. The breathtaking sight of this most frightening lake draws numerous analysts, picture takers, and vacationers towards it. In any case, one should be cautious while visiting this hazardous spot in Africa. Lake Natron is viewed as one of the most dangerous places in the world. Number 7. Death Valley. Doomed as the name suggests, Death Valley is marked as one of the most dangerous valleys in the world. Located between Nevada and California, Death Valley is the lowest point in North America that is also known as a land of extremes. The valley has recorded the highest temperature ever on our planet, is that 134 degrees Fahrenheit or 56.7 degrees centigrade. Harry Potter actor Dave Legeno is one of the people who lost his life in the scorching heat of Death Valley. Also, it is still a mystery that rocks as heavy as 700 pounds move on their own at Death Valley. Defying all logic, the sand sings, if you hear it closely. Also popular as Devil's Golf Course, it's believed only the devil can play golf in an arid and eerie place on Earth. Land with eroded hills, craters, rare species of fish, darkest night skies, and a lot more makes it one of the challenging deadliest places in the world. Number 6. Oymyakon. Oymyakon is a little town situated in the Oymyakonsky locale in Russia. This spot is viewed as perhaps the most deadliest place on world because of its extreme climatic condition. The extreme temperature makes it unimaginable for life to support around here. The temperature drops to as low as -40 degrees Celsius or -90 degrees Fahrenheit, making it impossible for vacationers or voyagers to visit the spot securely, as very few can manage this temperature. Apart from the temperature, individuals don't visit this spot as no vegetables are accessible and nothing can be grown, so the absence of food is another significant issue. Only around 500 individuals have figured out how to settle down here and survive the bitter cold. Oymyakonsky is one of the most deadliest place in the world. Number 5. Danakil Desert. The most hottest place on the planet, the Danakil Desert in Ethiopia, is one of the driest and lowest places on Earth that resembles an alien land. One can witness volcanoes overflowing out magma, numerous tints of aqueous fields, and huge salt dish that leave you stunned. Covered with in excess of 1 million huge loads of salt, this destructive desert lies at the northern end of the Great Rift Valley that is isolated by live volcanoes from the Red Sea. Investigating this hair-raising region requires driving for a really long time on uneven land, dusty dirt roads that start beginning from Mekelle. The barren land is home to numerous dynamic volcanoes that regurgitate harmful gases. Number 4. Skeleton Coast. Coastline is known colloquially as the Skeleton Coast due to the thousands of shipwrecks and whale carcasses that litter its shores. Though this massively beautiful and vast stretch of land is quite desolate and barren, it is also full of stories, surprises and hidden treasures. The Skeleton Coast National Park covers nearly 310 miles of coastline, from the Angola border south to the Swakop River near Swakopmund. This 6,500 square mile park, which is possibly the longest, skinniest and most inhospitable one in Africa, features clay castles in the Horsesib region, salt pans near Agate Mountain and a large seal colony at Cape Cross. The Skeleton Coast is far from uninhabited. In fact, the Himba people, population 50,000, live both in the northern part of Namibia and across the border in Angola. This is the only place on Earth where a lucky, well-timed visitor can hear the roar of the sand dunes. Air trapped between billions of grains of sand creates a low rumble that has many tourists looking up thinking there's a jetliner passing above. Number 3. Gates of Hell. The massive man-made crater that has been burning methane gas for decades is a disaster of miscalculation by the scientists who opened the gates of hell. Literally, it was one of the deadliest decisions taken by some wise people. In order to preserve the air quality of the Karakum Desert, the scientists thought that burning off the natural gas would be a quick solution as the fire will douse in a few weeks, and then the air quality would continue as normal. But on the contrary, the flames are burning to date even after almost half a century has passed. The Darvaza crater or Gates of Hell, only the ones who don't dread flames can imagine visiting the deadliest place on Earth, and this is human error, and not by nature. Fatal and sad. We must take legit steps to save the planet before it's too late. Though, the gates of hell have been already opened. Number 2. Madidi National Park. Have you known about jungle paradise? Madidi National Park in Bolivia is an incredible example. Bragging to be the most extravagant biodiversity park on the planet, and furthermore home to the most toxic fauna on the planet, this national park is certainly one of the dangerous places for vacationers. Reaching out to any of the plants filling in this park can cause extreme tingling, rash, and dazedness. Any minor cut or even a little twisted can become contaminated with tropical parasites. In the event that you are wanting to visit this Arizona beauty, ensure you go on a directed visit under expert and well-trained travelers. Number 1. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is situated in the Andaman Islands and is considered one of the most dangerous places in the world for tourists to visit. The native people of this place have been living in their traditional way and have denied all possible ways to connect with the outer world. The tribal people living on this island are not used to outside people, and if tourists step foot on their island, they see them as a threat and indulge in acts of violence. This is amongst the strangest islands on the earth and attracts globetrotters with its tales. Another reason why people are asked not to visit the place, because of the safety of the tribal community. They have absolutely no immunity, and tourists can carry some disease-causing germs and may spread it to the whole community.